Greetings and a good evening. Welcome to today's program. Even as we seek to learn, even as we seek to unpack, and even as we seek to unravel all that it entails in becoming financially literate. Now, today we are going to journey on the wonderful world of investments. In fact, it actually picks up from last week's lesson whereby we spoke about smart saving and smart spending. Now, today we are going to look at five core modules. The first being the power of investing your money while young. Number two, we are going to learn how we can let our money to grow and grow and grow. Number three, we are also going to look at a few, investment options, how we are going to invest our money. Number four, we are going to touch a little bit on the stock market and what it entails. And number five, we are going to appreciate risk. Now, let's begin with there has been a certain dogma that says, investment is for the adults. But what about us, the young? Are we eligible to invest? The answer is yes. In fact, it's better if you invest while young. And, the earlier you invest, the more time your money has to grow. And if it has more time for it to grow, the better you'll become in the future, the better off you'll become in the future. And the question that arises is, when is the right time to invest? In fact, the right time to invest is right now. You have no other better time to invest than right now. So if you are debt free, if you have money saved up, then you may want to think of an investment journey. Because if you find yourself in an investment journey while young, or rather early enough, you will be better off in the future with a diversified kind of investment portfolio. Now, what are some of the ways in which we can, let our money grow? We can let our money grow by, diversifying our investment portfolios. We need not to only invest in one sector, but rather we need to put our money in different sectors, be it manufacturing, be it utility, be it telecommunication, and etc. etc. By so doing, we actually appreciate the fact that various industries grow and others may not. So we end up actually having a kind of secured form of investments. Okay. Number three, we need to also understand there are various ways in which we can invest our money. And this entail, number one, mutual funds, very popular among young people. Number two, we have money market funds, or rather I could call them MMFs. And number three, we have certificates of deposit. I'd like to call them CDs. Now, this kind of three ways in investing lead to a better off, or rather, we tend to get more money as compared to how we went into the investment. And because of the aspect of interest, then we appreciate investment even from an earlier perspective. Let us dive into stock market. Now, stock market has been a topic that has been really looked at and discussed. But the problem is, many people get into the stock market today without prior knowledge, without proper research. If you want to get into the stock market, I'd advise get yourself a stockbroker to act as someone who would guide on what stocks to buy and what stocks to sell. Now, owning stock is like purchasing a part of a company. All right, so a company can be like broken into small fragments whereby you own part of these stocks, and I'd like to call this shares. So if you own these shares, you end up becoming a shareholder. And once you become a shareholder, a company may do well or may not do well, depending on how they get themselves into the world of finances. If they do well, then well and good. You tend to earn through your dividends, and if they do not do well, then it is a loss, and that is where the aspect of risk comes in. What about bonds? There has been a very interesting lesson on bonds that I'll actually have to deliver. Bonds is like loaning your money to a certain organization. This could be the government. You loan them the money with an agreed estimation of period and with an agreed with an agreed interest rate. So you get to earn your money after a certain period of time with an interest rate that is topped up onto your principal amount. So there are various ways of investing, and we need to realize and appreciate that in all this, risk plays a very crucial role. We cannot neglect the aspect of risk. Thereby, I like to implore that let us get into the amazing world of investments. Let us get ourselves out there, even as we learn, even as we put our money into use, even as we let it to grow and grow and grow to make a more secure, financially and stable future. See you then. My name is Vincent. I am happy to be your host today. I am happy that we are learning. See you on our next journey. And I'd like to talk about our investments in our businesses. We are going to learn in our next video about our businesses, about the businesses that we can create on our own. See you then, and have a lovely evening.